Mitt Romney is gaining ground in two critical swing states. A new Fox News poll shows Romney inching up in the crucial state of Ohio. President Obama still leads there, 46 to 43, but it's down from September. And, of course, that's just 3 points when we compare it to last month. And then in Florida, let's look at this. Romney takes the lead with 48% to Obama's 45%. How significant are these shifts? Let's ask Governor Romney.
Governor Romney.
Go ahead and ask him.
Governor Romney.
Governor, when you were
now I will channel Governor Romney at this point.
I would love to actually see your Romney impersonation.
When you were governor of Massachusetts.
Yes.
Let's talk about these polls.
Yeah, battleground states.
Right.
Let's go to Ohio first, because I think Ohio seems like the firewall.
Allie's already in Ohio, so we'll go there in a moment.
Ohio is the firewall, right?
Yeah.
For President Barack Obama.
Right.
Look at those numbers right now. And, I mean, it seems like all things hinge on Ohio for the Obama campaign.
Yep. There are three things that are trending right now in the polls that are significant. One is that the polls are beginning to move to Romney. It's not just a sudden, swing of the pendulum, but it's a very definite trend that you see in every poll. Some more than others, but the overall takeaway is the trend is moving Romney. The second thing, women voters, they're coming to Romney. And that's huge because he had a huge deficit with women voters. That's now tightened up to a dead heat. And in some states, he's on the brink of taking it over. Let me mention one third thing real quick. Jewish voters, underestimated. But particularly in Florida, Jewish voters are beginning to move from Obama to Romney. And there's an organization, Secure America ad, running some incredibly effective messages in Florida targeting the issue of national security, and it is having an impact on Jewish voters.
And that will be part of the final debate, Israel and Iran. But back to the women voters, your second point. Why? It's between an 8 and a 10-point shift in Florida and Ohio towards Romney. Why?
Because Obama basically has one message for women. Women want abortions and free birth control pills, and that's why you can't have Romney. Look, I don't meet many women across America that say, oh, the number one goal I have is an abortion and some $9 a month birth control pills. What they want is a decent economy so they can have some spending power to spend on their kids. Send them to a decent school where they get an education, not get the daylights whacked out of them. They want them to have a safe place to play. They want them to be able to grow up and get a job and have a good future. They care about serious things.
Of course, though the most recent Gallup poll did suggest that abortion was more important than perhaps we've talked about. I mean, everybody has said it's only the economy, it's only jobs, but abortion is still up there with women. And it's interesting, after the last debate, a lot of women, I heard, say that they felt that the style was so confrontational. They were sort of all up in each other's grill. It turned off women, but it's hard to tell that
who got hurt by that,
because they were both confrontational.
I think, frankly, the president got hurt more by it because he was seen as the unflappable president. He clearly, had some burrs up under his saddle, and I think Romney has come across as a guy who will fight for the things he stands for. I just believe that the overall debate performances have helped him. And on the abortion issue, look, more people in America now, for the first time, according to both Gallup and Pew, associate as pro-life than not. And guess what? The trend is because younger women are more pro-life than their mothers and grandmothers. So this goes into the youth vote. The idea that women are a monolithic group and they're mostly pro-choice is nonsense. They're more pro-life women than pro-choice women now. That is a huge difference, and I think the Democrats have made a huge tactical error by playing to the women's mindset of the 80s rather than those of today.
Who's on your show tonight, 8 p.m. on the Fox News channel?
We have a great lineup. We're going to talk to Dana Perino. We're going to talk about what happens internally in a White House, how far up this chain of information really goes. We have a couple
Benghazi.
Benghazi. And we're going to talk also with some political strategists about the nature of the message formation, how it goes. I think it's going to be a fascinating show. We're going to delve into sort of beneath the surface things you haven't heard and haven't seen. That I promise.
Thanks,
Looking
Governor.
forward to it. 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Thank you,
Of
Governor.
any state. You'll be my governor.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thanks, Governor Romney. Coming up on the show, we've been telling you about Romney. We should ask him about this, how he's taking the lead in Florida. But now that important